Hello everyone, welcome back to more crafting on a budget. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys some DIY Dollar Tree Christmas decor crafts. We may add just a little bit of a romantic flair on these. I'm kind of feeling romantic today. So if you guys love to craft and decorate on a budget, I would love to have you all subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's totally free. It will also enter you into my $100 Hobby Lobby gift card giveaway. Subscribe, punch the bell, and click all. That will update you every single time I post a new video. Also, don't forget to pop over to my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook page. I post several DIY videos a day over there. And listen, without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. For this Dollar Tree DIY, I want to show you guys how to make a super awesome jumbo Christmas wreath using pool noodles, a hula hoop, and some duct tape, and a little bit of fluff for the bows on top. Now listen, what you guys want to do is grab a hula hoop from the Dollar Tree and 2 pool noodles, or 1 depending upon what size your hula hoop is. They actually do have different sizes. Cut into the pool noodle just a line down the very center till you get to the little center prong, and then you can just take and wrap that around your hula hoop. Bam! We are on our way to making a huge, awesome jumbo wreath. Now, I would suggest this would be a great wreath to use outdoors as well because it's going to be pretty weatherproof. You're going to do the same thing with the other pool noodle. Just cut that string right down the center and then latch it on to your hula hoop. And again, bam! Now you have a very, very large wreath to kind of play with. Now for this one, I wanted to just take some red duct tape, and I think I grabbed this at Walmart. Dollar Tree has duct tape, but you might want to grab the Walmart duct tape because there's a lot on the roll and you'll get more bang for your buck. In fact, I did duct tape Christmas presents last year, so that was a fun one. So you're just going to take and basically wrap the duct tape around the pool noodle, and if you want to make it really cute and kind of candy striped like this one, you'll just leave a little bit of room with the white showing through. Now try not to get frustrated. Your duct tape might be a little bit bubbly here and there, but it's really not the end of the world. Also, the duct tape is going to help the pool noodle kind of secure onto the hula hoop a little bit better. I've done these before and shared them with you guys, and you can also add burlap around them, or you could even take some Christmas tree evergreen garland and do that as well. So now that we have our wreath base complete, we're going to make a super adorable little Dollar Tree bow. Take your ribbon and measure it from your hand to your elbow, and that's going to give you 12 inches, and just take that ribbon, loop it over on itself till you get to the end of the roll if you want to make a big, nice, fluffy bow like I am. And then if you have any other ribbon, I had this cute little candy striped ribbon from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to do the same technique here and just take the ribbon and loop it over on itself until I got about 6 times of looping it over on itself, and that's going to give you 3 loops for each side. Trim that off and then pop it into the center of your first bow, and then take a zip tie and zip tie that off. Now this is such an easy bow. Anybody can do this bow, and you know how I know? Because I'm totally bow challenged and I love big bows. I cannot lie. Anyway, take those ribbon loops and pull those out. You can take any little scraggly ends, cut those off, or you can just kind of curl them into the rest of the bow, which I always leave all of my ribbon ends on, and just give it a good fluffing. It's just going to make it a little bit fuller. And then you can take and attach that with another piece of ribbon. And also, if you're going to be putting this outside, you might want to add a zip tie to the base, and then cover up the zip tie with some ribbon. Give your bows another good fluffing once you get them onto your project. That's always something I recommend. Now I'm going to take some of this Dollar Tree Deco mesh, and I'm going to take and make a big Deco mesh bow. So again, same thing here. You just take the Deco mesh, loop it over on itself to where it makes a big, giant, fluffy bow. I feel like we had such big, giant bows back in the 90s, and I am a 90s lady, you guys. I'm going to do the same thing for the other side, and all I did to secure that underneath my smaller bow, as you guys can see, is adding a zip tie, and bam! We have a huge, massive, giant bow on our 2.5 foot little hula hoop wreath here, and it's about 2.5 foot with the bow. So you know, it's like that bow, it's that big hair, big bow. I don't know, there was a saying about it back in the 90s. Anyway, I hope you guys are loving this and are totally inspired, and comment down below, let me know what you think about it. for this Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys how to make a super easy little Dollar Tree deco mesh. So from the Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby, you can grab some deco mesh and you're just going to cut it in about 8 to 10 inch strips. Listen, I just want to encourage you guys on deco mesh. It's so easy, so forgiving and fun. And I will tell you, Hobby Lobby has all of their deco mesh half off. I believe these rolls actually did come from Hobby Lobby. I missed out on some of the Dollar Tree Christmas mesh this year. And then the next thing I want to do is cut 8 to 10 inch strips of this Dollar Tree ribbon. This is wired ribbon, and then I'm just going to dovetail the ends by adding that little triangle to the end of it. I'm going to do the same thing over here, cutting the strips of candy cane ribbon. This is from Hobby Lobby. Now, I'm not super particular about my cuts. The next thing I want to do is just take the ribbon and you're just going to zhuzh it. So you're just going to take the piece of deco mesh and ruffle it in your fingers and then add a piece of ribbon on top of that and then zip tie that little bundle together. So what you're going to do next is make a ton of bundles. You might want to pop a fun TV show on when you're doing this, and yeah, super easy there. So fluffy out that little bundle with the mesh and the ribbon and all of that good stuff. And then you're going to have some bundles to add to your wreath. Okay, listen, you guys, if you want to get really particular on your cuts, some people I know are, and they want to measure each one, and that is great. But for instructional purposes for me, because I do these DIYs, I do try to cram so many of them into a day. And I am a mom and that kind of stuff. And so I have a lot going on. I'm not super picky on my cuts on the ribbon, but you can definitely get a little bit more precise with your ribbon cuts if you want, or you can just kind of freehand it like I do. Just whatever floats your boat. Hey, this is your crafting station. Now, the next thing I wanted to do was just add them to one of these little wire loops. You can also add them to a Dollar Tree wreath form. I happen to be out of wreath forms, could not find them anywhere. And then once I got done with my project, guess what I found? Or guess what I saw actually hanging in my craft studio on the wall? Was a wire wreath form. I looked high and low everywhere except for, I guess, right where it should have been, hanging on the wall. Anyway, I know if you guys are a crafter, you feel me. So what I'm doing is going every other one and just zip tying the deco mesh loop-de-loops onto the wreath form. This is such a super easy process, you guys. It's pretty much a no-brainer. You're just going to continue to add them, and then you're going to want to kind of squish them together a little bit. You want to pull some of those ruffles out. That also helps. But you're just going to add all of your little loop-de-loops onto there. Now, I'm saving on my zip ties by just zip tying them directly to the wreath form because there's only one prong on here. You can do it either way. You can zip tie them as bundles, or you can zip tie them onto your wreath form, whatever works for you and however much supplies that you guys have on hand. I do try to, do my best with supplies, as everything that I make, I pay for it. Anyway, I added a cute little bow to the top of that and a fun Santa sign, and boom, there you guys have a super easy little Dollar Tree deco mesh wreath. You guys can change this up and pretty much use any color that you want to. And to make that a loopy bow, go back and check out some of my bow videos, but it's super easy. You just loop the ribbon over on itself, add a big giant deco mesh bow to the top, and bam, you're good to go. Okay guys, for this lantern DIY, we're going to make a big loopy bow with this Dollar Tree deco mesh. We are just going to take the deco mesh, loop it over on itself until we get a big, giant, nice little loopy bow, and trim that off. Now, this is such a super easy DIY, and this deco mesh came from Dollar Tree, but you guys can find it at pretty much any craft stores. We're going to make a fun little Christmas lantern bow topper, and what I want to do is grab a zip tie and zip tie this all together. That way it stays on there nice and sturdy. You guys, I love to make lantern toppers. I always see them like in the floral department at the grocery stores, and they're so pretty, but they're really expensive, and I'm always wondering, hey, we can do this on a budget. The next thing I want to do is just zip tie my big giant fluffy deco mesh bow to the top of my lantern. I like using zip ties because it secures things on here really well, and things don't wobble around, especially if you did these lanterns outside. Now I'm going to make a quick little loopy bow. So you're going to take and measure the ribbon from your elbow to your or from your hand to your elbow, and then just take that ribbon and loop it over on itself. I like to do it about 6 times. That gives you a nice, good, full, fluffy bow, but use whatever ribbon you have on hand and add whatever many loops to your heart's content is my suggestion. But looping it over on itself 6 times is going to give you equal distribution of loops, 3 to 3. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, this is not hard, I promise you. It's such an easy bow. You're going to zip tie that in the center and then zip tie that to the larger bow. Or you can take and you can cut a big piece of ribbon like what I'm going to do to save on your zip ties and also cover the zip ties and just cover that original little zip tie up. So you take and tie this on to the center part of your deco mesh bow, and that's also going to give you some tails. Hey, we killed 2 birds with 1 stone. The next thing we want to do is just take those little loops and pull them out. Ooh, so pretty. And then we're going to take and dovetail those ends, cut a little triangle in the end, and wrap those up. How nice is that? Oh my goodness, you guys. I just love these. I think they're so fun. You can fill this with ornaments. You can add ornaments to the center, which is what I'm going to do, this cute little Dollar Tree ornament to the center. And then you guys have a fun little Christmas decor piece. You could add evergreen to the center of your bow. So many fun ideas on a budget. Now, in this video, I'm also going to include some little blasts from the past with some peppermint crafts. It's actually going to be the most popular video of the week from last week was a deco mesh tree that I did. I believe I did this 2 years ago. So I'm going to add that in towards the end of this video. But it's going to be a deco mesh Christmas tree using Dollar Tree supplies. I have not found any of the mini Christmas trees yet, but I also haven't been to Dollar Tree yet for my Christmas supply shopping. I have a lot of stuff that I'm really just trying to use on hand this year. Anyway, I'm adding in a little bit of an evergreen sprig. I thought that would give this some dimension and just jazz it up a little bit more. I think that's pretty. Let me know what you guys think. And don't forget to drop a kind comment down below and let me know how you're doing. I am doing a Hobby Lobby gift card giveaway. So all you guys have to do to enter that giveaway is subscribe to my YouTube channel and comment down below. Now, I always love to include a secret question. Today's secret question is going to be, what is your favorite character that you have for Christmas? So right now I'm using gingerbread as my character, but what do you guys like? Do you like gingerbread? Do you like to do a Mickey Mouse Christmas? What are the characters? Maybe elves, maybe, gosh, I don't know. I know there's so many out there, but hey, drop that comment down below. Let's light up this comment section with your favorite Christmas characters. And then here we're going to see several different peppermint crafts, the deco mesh tree, and then some easy ones for kids. So keep watching in this video. And I love y'all so much. So blessed to have you here. Now I'm just going to take my little Santa. This is just a little planter type pail that I found at Dollar Tree, and then I'm going to take 2 of those Dollar Tree Christmas trees. This is a secret little way that I love to make the Dollar Tree Christmas trees appear just a little bit fuller. Just take them, pop them in some styrofoam, whatever container you love, and then take them and kind of wind them around each other, and that gives the appearance that they're just a little bit bigger. And I did have to reposition this as well, and I did hot glue the styrofoam to the base of the little Santa pail. So I'm really loving this so far, and this is a super fun little idea for a kid's room or just maybe a smaller space, a kitchen counter or your office or whatever floats your boat. So now I did go ahead and use some of that Dollar Tree candy stripe mesh, and I'm just cutting 16-inch pieces. What I want to do is create some little poofs to kind of tie into this tree to really doll it up and kick it up a notch. These would also be really fun to make if you guys are doing craft fairs or for a little teacher gift. They would be great for a little classroom. So just take take and roll your mesh bundles into just little curls. So you just take and you curl them up. It's super easy. And then you take a pipe cleaner and you're just going to pipe cleaner them right onto your Christmas tree. And don't be afraid of that deco mesh, you guys. I promise it's super forgiving. You can't go wrong with this, especially when you just do the rolls. You guys can see I'm just taking it and rolling it into a little curl and then pinching it between my fingers, add a little pipe cleaner, and voila, you have a ton of fun little dazzling poofs. Okay, so for this Christmas tree, I wanted to let you guys know that I did use 2 rolls of the Dollar Tree white with little red candy stripe mesh. But again, you guys, use whatever colors you have and whatever planters you're going for. So maybe you already have a little planter at home that you could paint to match whatever Christmas decor you're using. Try to use what you already have on hand. I definitely always encourage that. So I just went ahead and created a bunch of those little poofs, and then I'm tying them into this adorable little tree with the pipe cleaners. So now I'm going to go ahead and create a quick little Olivia bow. You're just going to take and you're going to loop the ribbon over on itself, and I looped it over on itself twice, as you guys can see, and then I'm just going to pinch it in the center, and I'm going to go ahead and take another pipe cleaner and just wire that together in the center and then tie it right onto my Christmas tree. And you guys have fun with this. Again, use whatever colors that you love and that you have, and then once you get your little Olivia bow ready, and you guys can notice that I didn't notch it. I'm trying to repurpose and reuse some of my ribbon this year, so I may not be notching all of it, but if you notch it in the center like I've shown you guys before, it does help you poof it out a little bit better. So anyway, I did go ahead and just poof this out by pulling out each loop, and then I used a little bit of that extra tail to kind of create a loop at the top. And here it is. Oh my goodness, so sparkling, so adorable. I did take some of that Dollar Tree candy cane ribbon and kind of cascade it down the fronts and sides of the tree just to give it that little extra pizzazz that you guys know that I absolutely love. I think this is so fun and adorable, and just a great way to add some pops of color to your holiday decor. And of course, you guys know Santa Claus loves those chocolate chip cookies, so definitely don't forget to set out some milk and cookies or hot cocoa for Santa on Christmas Eve. I want to create a super adorable little peppermint ornament. So I'm just taking a red and white pipe cleaner, and I added some hot glue to the end, and then I'm just going to take and I'm going to begin to wind it into a little circle to kind of make it look like a peppermint. Now this doesn't have to be perfect, so I wound it a couple of times and then I added some hot glue. Be careful if you're doing this. If you're sensitive to getting burns easily, I am using a low temp glue gun, so that really does help me because I can be kind of messy with my glue, but it is a little bit tedious to hot glue in these little super small spots. So I did just go ahead and loop it around several times until I got the right size, and I did trim off the excess because I didn't want it to be too oversized for this smaller tree. And then I'm going to go ahead and take some Dollar Tree. These are the little straws. You find them in the food storage aisle. That's where my store has them. And then I'm just hot gluing this to the top of this, and then I want to trim it off. What I want to create is a cute little lollipop ornament. I think this looks super adorable, but you guys know I have to go a little extra and add a cute little candy cane ribbon. Again, the sky is the limit, you guys. Whatever colors you love, use that color pipe cleaner and create whatever kind of colors. I think these would be absolutely adorable to do in pinks, whites, blues, purples. I definitely may even be creating more as the season goes along and I share with you guys different styles and colors of decor for Christmas. So here they are popped onto the super adorable little Christmas tree. These are oh so fun and very, very budget friendly, and I really feel like it gives it kind of that custom boutique finished look. I feel like this looks really high end and actually not something that you would see coming from the Dollar Tree. Comment and let me know what you guys think. And do you guys do a candy cane theme? This is the first year I've ever done anything candy cane themed, but I thought it'd be so super adorable for my kitchen. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to take again some of those little party straws, and this was one straw that I cut into 3 pieces, and then I have some of those little Dollar Tree pom-poms, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hot glue the pom-pom to the top of the little straw. I'm going to create another little candy piece, but this time it's going to be kind of more of like a sucker. This kind of reminds me a little bit of Whoville from Dr. Seuss, like a little bit of a Dr. Seuss type ornament. So anyway, again, you guys think you can use whatever colors that you have, and then of course I am going to go ahead and create a bow. So when I tie a bow for these little smaller ornaments, I just tie it kind of like I would be tying a shoelace. So I just take it and loop it over and pull it through, and then I want to make it really small, and that can be a little bit tricky. So if you find little pre-made bows already done, that can be really fun if you're doing craft fairs, because bow tying can be a little bit time consuming. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and hot glue that bow underneath our little sucker piece, and this is going to create some really fun, very inexpensive ornaments for your little candy cane Christmas tree. Thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is a true blessing and honor to have you all here. If you all are new, welcome. I'm Olivia with Olivia's Roommate Deco, and I'd love to share with you guys how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a budget. I truly believe that y'all don't have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. Now listen, for everybody that comes back and loves on me, thank you so, so much. Listen, you have a voice when you're online, whether you be on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever you guys are on. Use your voice for good. When you drop comments in people's comment section, light up those comment section with positivity. Let's start right here with mine, you guys. Drop some fun things that about you that you love to do, a way to pray for others, or anything that's positive. I feel like in this online world and even community that we have right now, we just all need to vibe together and try to stay positive, because everybody is going through something. I mean, trust me, in the last couple of years, I've definitely been through some stuff and some big life changes. So listen, I just want to love on y'all. I want you to love on each other and just have a fun time crafting and decorating. And crafting for me is an escape. It's also somewhat therapy. So I encourage you guys to keep going, putting one foot in for the other, making some beautiful decor crafts for your friends, family, for your home, or just for yourself to like sit down and paint a little bit. I talked to you guys about painting last week and how great I feel like it is for me. It just helps me relax and unwind. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. I'm hugging all of your hearts so tight. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and enter that $100 How You Love You gift card giveaway. We have a ton of DIYs coming your way as we roll through this Christmas holiday season. Thank you guys again. I can't wait for our next video. And until then, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. Talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.